In this video, I'm going to be talking about an optical disc image. So, an optical disc image, or ODI, is a disc image that contains everything that would be written to an optical disc. Uh, Optical disc sector by disc sector, including the optical disc file system. What is the difference between an optical disc image and an ISO file? Some people are saying that that an ISO file is just that, a file, whereas an optical disc image is an ISO file on a CD-ROM disc, that an optical disc is, and that an optical disc is the CD itself. Okay? Other people are saying that an ISO file is the exact same as an optical disc image. Known Dealer 6598 on Reddit says that all ISO files are optical disc images, but not all optical disc images are ISO files. Just a Bug Report on Reddit says an OSI file will follow the specifications for OSI 9660. An optical disc image is a loose term that can be an ISO, but could also be any data on a disk. You could have a disk image that is purely of random data, since there's no defined structure implied. What do ODIs do? ODIs are expected to contain the binary image of an optical media file system, including the data in its files in binary format, copied exactly as they were stored on the disk. The data inside an ODI will be structured according to the file system that was used on the optical disc from which it was created. How do you make ODIs? ODIs can be created from optical discs by a disk image software, or a collection of files by an optical disc authoring software, or from a different disk image file by means of conversion software distributed on a bootable disk. It is often available for download in ISO image format, and like any other ISO image, it may be written to an optical disc such as CD, DVD, and Blu-ray. So what does all that gobbledygook mean? Basically, I'm of the opinion that all ISO files are optical disc images, but not all optical disc images are ISO files. Optical disc images are its own thing, but if you read Wikipedia, it's completely incoherent. It makes absolutely no sense. But essentially, what do ODIs do? ODIs are expected to contain a binary image of optical media file system, including data in its files in binary format, copied exactly as they were stored on the disk. I got no idea what that means. I don't have no idea what that word salad even means. So, what is an optical disc image? As far as I'm concerned, your guess is as good as mine. It's an OSI file of some type. So I think what this means is that an optical disc image is some type of image that is on some kind of optical disc, DVD, CD, Blu-ray, something like that. I think that's what it is. But this article on Wikipedia, whatever an optical disc image is completely incoherent. So there you go.